Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. Here, this is going to be a public video. Usually, I do live streams, which are not public. Sometimes they are, just overall giving market updates and stuff. But this one's going to be about just showcasing my journey with fibers so far. How they are, if they pay out, and all the just normal questions that people have regarding the firm. But other than that, so far with Fiverr, to be honest, I had no issues. Their platform sometimes even with FTMO, which is the other top firm, just like Fiverr's, they here time to time they might have like here slippages or something like that. But nothing, if it's like something that's their fault, they will fix it and they will give your account or fix your account, whatever happened to it, in case you breach it or in case you hit your PNL stop loss. That's not supposed to be like that. They'll do that if it is their fault. So usually, if there are like big swicks and you see them across different exchanges on trading YouTube, then that's something that's happening everywhere. So that's something you gotta be mindful of, especially like trading close to market open, or not market open, market closes, especially around those times. There can be big spikes, especially nowadays when there's, especially on Friday when you see like Trump may announce something right before the market closed, or he may say that he may announce something later on before market close. So then the uncertainty comes, and then you see those big spikes and stuff. So anyway, just back in the background over here, we're just gonna be looking. This is my group that I run. Everything I do here. Now most of my trades are here that I take live. So this is technically a live trading group for me. Especially it's good for me. I started this group just for myself for a bit, so I can monitor my trades and look over them over time and see what am I doing wrong, how am I managing my risk and stuff like that. So when you do join the group, I do charge like 200 bucks a month. I mean, and you'll understand why I charge that in a bit. But regarding, it used to be 100 bucks a month, but I raised it up because it makes me, there's no point of me giving my stuff for free when it's working, when it's proven. So enough of that. This is some channels you can get for free, like risk management. You can understand how to position yourself in a way where you can see consistency. If you have a winning strategy and you're not seeing consistency on Propfirm, it's probably due to because you're risking a bit too much on it. So especially, let's say you have a 100K account, you can split it up to 50K position sizes, and that 50K you can split up to two position sizes, and that would be, let's say you have a 1% move, you're up 500 bucks, you'll take that $250, like realize that profit, and then the rest you can have stop loss entry or right above stop loss entry, which will be break even, and then from there you can what you call it, take have the for what's called risk free entry, which potentially could go much higher, or go or at least if it stops you out, you still made realized profit, which is like that. So I mean, what you call it, we do have monthly PNL. So you can see this is all without leverage, so it's only trades I mentioned in the group that I'm taking it, only those I mentioned over here, not trades that I've taken myself personally on my account. I do not mention those ones because there are some that I do take personally on my account that are usually on volatile days. I cannot mention them in that group, so it's kind of hard. But everything over here, especially, is monthly basis. So if you have February, very big month, and you have like March, which is January, which is also insane, and every single trade can be tracked. So let's say over here, for example, I'm taking a short here. So let's see, took a short here, boom, great. This was a great move. This was legit top down trade. Gave like almost 2% dump, took profits, and then it came up again 2 hour zone, but it never broke above the invalidation. So the asset per entry invalidation, I usually keep 1%. So I don't go more than 1%. Sometimes I may go asset invalidation of the asset. So let's say I have a trade. Let's say my account size is 100K and I go into 100K, or let's say I go in 200K, and but the asset invalidation is 1%, but it hasn't gone there yet. But you're already down 1% because you're times 2 leverage, right? Then you gotta keep that in mindful that if the asset invalidation did not go there, you're gonna have to just hold that trade, right? So it doesn't matter if you win with a lot, because that's not good trading. The asset invalidation always has to be 1%, especially depending on what you're trading. If he has XPX US 500 and asset invalidation 1%, doesn't make sense, because SPS doesn't move like that, like these silver or like Bitcoin, because that's what I usually trade, silver and Bitcoin, and they kind of like correlated, but not really. But thing is, silver has been very volatile, so it does move like what you call it, what you call that, Bitcoin and stuff. But one second here. But yeah, so other than that, let's see, one second. Yeah, that would be honestly, yeah, that's legit how I trade. I'm not, there's pretty much, just structure based, volume based, price action, nothing complicated. But now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go over here to look at my Fiverr's account over here, and how because whatever I do in the group is usually reflected on here as well, right? So we'll start from when I first started this account. I did have 50K, which I blew it pretty quick, and then I had a couple of accounts before. I was funded on Fiverr's a couple times, like three times, two times or three times, which I did kind of get to pay out, but then I blew it by over risking as well. So enough of that. This is what I mean. Risk management is very important. My strategy is there. It's working. You see it working. Even yours, for example, whoever you're watching, if your strategy is working, you see me making money, then it's most likely risk management, right? So we're gonna start off the first when I started this account, just to show you guys. So we started this around March 12th. So this was 100K, 10%. I mean, to be honest, I did have a very, great, beautiful trade that honestly just put me to the take pro. Like I only took 9 trades, and on my winning percent, probably 89% on this. This was mostly Bitcoin and silver. A lot of trades, like one loss, like it was nice. But then, on the second phase, I did have kind of issues as well a little bit. I did like what you call it. I got a little bit, I guess, confident in my trading. So I did like in the beginning, I right away, again, I did pass in one trade almost again, but then you have to get those profitable days in. So I had like a kind of up and down. Don't always aim to do it in one trade. I did have risk management. I was risking about 1.5% every trade, and then look at with a decent size, right? So this one I probably 40 trades because I did have like I went up, then my profit days I got a little bit greedy. I'm like, what, let me just make them a little bit more profit. Then I went all the way back down to almost break even, and then from there again, all the way back up. And I think it was due to silver recovered me, but then before did I don't even think I ever traded Bitcoin on this phase. Yeah, I did not trade Bitcoin at all in this phase. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did over here. Uh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, Bitcoin. My first trade on this was Bitcoin actually, which kind of did get me the target fully, and I was trading with around 2.5 Bitcoins. On this one, my win rate was 38%. My profit factor is still in profits, and in my third, I guess the funded account, my profit factor was really shit as well. Not shit. My win rate was shit. My profit factor was like okay, could be way better. But thing is, this was a kind of up and down for me as well on the funded account because of course being biased as well and not taking profits as they were coming. But then there are some trades I did take here that are not mentioned in the group. So especially on my own personal strategy. Then regardless, we did make it to the payout. We did get the payout on this. This is inactive now, so we did not hit any daily loss. It's 37% win rate. We made a lot of money. We lost a lot of money on this one. It was kind of like up and down. But then I'm like, what? I have to like kind of, because most of these trades, especially this first one, this went all the way down. I was up like 2-3K, and then I round tripped all the way back down on that one, completely just not following my system. But regardless, we are then after that we went on the 125K. We scaled up after the what you call it, taking the profits. So on this one we made around right now we made, because we scaled up again, so I haven't taken this profit out. We made around 15,000 plus the 1,200 that was from the previous account that scaled me, which I couldn't withdraw because it scaled, so it would be included in this, so it would be like 16,000 something. Regardless, this one was a excellent on this phase, 71% win rate out of like 42 trades. This is beautiful. Again, Bitcoin and silver, my favorite two assets that I only trade, nothing else. And now we are at 150K, which is still waiting for risk. That means they're reviewing my trades to see if everything is followed properly. I'm not like just kind of like going balls deep every single trade with no like without taking losses. See again over here, my equity is 163,000 because I did not take the profit out from before, and then also they took the split out. So they already take the split out when they transfer the funds over, right? So from the 15,000 that I made, the split will be 12,000 plus the 1,200 or 1,300 that I had from the previous account. Um, yeah, I mean it's still inactive. I'm still waiting for them to review it, but as you can see, started April 9th, so we technically started that the first account March 13 or 10 or something. So in a month ish, we already scaled up to 150K, just following our system. Nothing nothing complicated. See, we started March 12th. This is a account. Other than that, yeah, nothing complicated. Follow your system. I'm not saying this will continue. I might take a loss. I might blow that account, but at the end of the day, um, if you follow your system, you'll get far. You'll make profits, and don't just blow your profits just on retarded things. Kind of save them. Actually, have like a future plan. Like, why would you blow all your profits right away? Have a future plan, and then from there, what you can do, um, you can slowly focus on building your own personal account. In my opinion, personal is always superior. You have more room to breathe. You can invest long term on assets. You can hold like actual spot like Bitcoin or whatever, and not get like charge swap fees or fees every day, holding fees, weekend fees, all those things that you can't do on trading account, right? That doesn't matter if it's a firm account or even in general if you're trading just with futures, you're gonna be paying fees, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Other than that, 5ers, I had no issues. They paid me out. It took about like 5 days because they had like a backlog because of holidays and stuff. But at the end of the day, no issues so far. Everything works perfectly. Spreads are very beautiful. No delay in trading. The way I trade, I have no issues with them at all, so I cannot really complain. So no complaints from my side. Hopefully we have a long-term relationship, and these guys are in the field for a while. But at the end of the day, you guys, anyone watching, focus on building a personal account just in case. So you gotta pay out. Do not just blow it. Do not blow it. Save it. Invest long term and diversify. You can invest in proper things like useless things like cars or whatever after you have like a good, like I'd say, a couple $100K or $1 million plus for now. Think long term. Don't think short term, guys. And hopefully, I can scale this much higher and actually update you guys. But at the end of the day, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it was informative. And if you guys have any questions, throw them in the description. In the comment section, and I will try my best to answer as